Oh yeah, what's up everybody? Now that I got you all alone watching me talk a little bit about boxing, we're gonna talk about Tony Atlas, certified hater. See, this guy clearly gets paid. He clearly getting paid to do this. He clearly getting paid to say Dillian Whyte 600 days. Dillian Whyte has been in mandatory for 600 days. That's what the motherfucker said. Clearly, he is getting paid. Clearly, Dillian Whyte has not been the mandatory for 600 days. You want to hear something really funny? I bet Dillian Whyte knew for 400 plus days that Dominic Breazeale was the mandatory and chose to fight who? He knew Dominic Breazeale was the mandatory for 400 plus days and chose to fight Lucas Brown, Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora, and not even once mentioned fighting Dominic Breazeale, but got up on there talking about, oh, we're gonna fight Oscar Rivas. You didn't mention that. You didn't mention that. You didn't mention that. You didn't mention, Tony, that Whyte turned down a fight. Remember, he could have went over there to Bulgaria or whatever and fought for the mandatory position to fight Anthony Joshua in the rematch, the guy who whooped his ass. The guy who spanked him like a little child, whooped him like a red-headed child in Walmart, acting up. Stepdad style. Whooped his ass. Oh, but we supposed to be all up on my mans. We supposed to be all up on my mans. Deontay Wilder this, Deontay Wilder that. If Deontay Wilder is ducking, if the WBC is ducking Dillian Whyte, or is creating an atmosphere where it is tough or it is hard for Dillian Whyte to get a shot at the WBC title, if that's the case, what the fuck has Dillian Whyte done to go up there and snatch that motherfucker? If you know that somebody is making it extremely hard for you to fight them in the sport of boxing, what do? You squeeze them. You do things to make them have no choice but to fight you. What did you do to say, hey, I got you. I got your ass. You ain't going nowhere. Got your butt for 12 whole rounds. You didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing. You fought who? Edward Hearn wanted you to fight to make you a pay-per-view star in the UK. Not who you should have fought to become a world champion, or to be in the running up to become undisputed in the heavyweight division. You didn't do that. You fought people out of selfishness. You were selfish to your fans by not giving them the fights that they wanted, by charging them outlandish prices to watch the fight, live live in the color, and then charging them outlandish prices to watch, to forcing them to pay pay-per-view for every single goddamn fucking fight. It's outlandish. Anytime y'all think that y'all can make $1, you guys are fucking all up in your fans and the casuals' pockets. You see what I'm saying? As y'all do this every single time, people getting tired. But back to Tony Atlas. Back to old Tony Tone, old Tones. This dude is a I wouldn't necessarily. He's acting like he's coming off to be a parasite. He's coming off to be a parasite when it comes, as of lately. Like you're not saying the thing that needs to be said. You're saying the things that one side of the spectrum wants to hear. Deontay Wilder ducking. WBC 600 days white mandatory. That ain't the case. The dude, Dillian White is the one that's been ducking. Dillian White is the one that's been ducking. He didn't want to fight Dominic Brazil. He didn't want to fight King Kong Ortiz. And I don't want to hear no, who the fuck are you to tell Dillian White? If you want a shot at the title, well then, you can come up over here and you can sign a one-fight deal, blah, 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 whoop, whoop. And then this other dude comes up over here and starts speculating that, oh, you don't talk about the other stuff like, you know, the multi-fight deals and stuff like that. It was a one-fight fucking deal. And then y'all try to make it seem like it was something, y'all try to vilify it. And then try to say, who the fuck is him to tell this guy what he needs to do to get his shot as something that he has around his fucking waist. Who the fuck are you? How come you didn't say, well, you know what, if Dillian White would have took that, he would be the mandatory, it would have been a mandatory already. Or he would have already had a voluntary already. He wouldn't have need to wait some more. See what I'm saying? He wouldn't need to. But now look at you. It was okay for Anthony Joshua to do it. To tell Deontay Wilder what he needs to do. It was okay for Vladimir Klitschko to tell Deontay Wilder what he needed to do. It was okay for Edward Hearn to say that, to tell Deontay Wilder he needs to build his fucking profile in order for him to get the fight. Even though the fans are the one that want the fight. So you just bypassed all the fans, come up with your own criteria for Deontay Wilder to get a fight with your man. But we don't hear Tony Atlas though. We don't know this Tony Atlas guy who don't know his way around a boxing conversation. What is it? Is it old age? What exactly is it? That's give me 1 second. What is it that you're not understanding, Tony? It's always this one-sided conversation when it comes to Deontay Wilder. Go back and watch my videos. I do every now and again say, well, maybe it's this with Anthony Joshua. Maybe he wasn't scared. Maybe he didn't quit in the ring. Maybe he just got hit so fucking hard, he was buzzed and didn't know how to properly conduct himself, even though he knew that he should have got out of the goddamn ropes. He should have got off the ropes with his hands up, walking towards the ref. What if the ref would have signaled for him to put his hands up and then went like this, like walk towards me? Maybe that would have helped. But it doesn't matter. He said, get off the ropes. Walked over to Anthony Joshua. And what did Anthony Joshua do? Stood there looking bewildered. Looking like he didn't know what the fuck was going on. Looking like he was saying, who the fuck hit me? Who was that? You hit me? Who was that? I didn't see it coming. Of course you didn't. You saw it coming, but shit, you couldn't hear it. Yeah, that motherfucker tore your ass up, boy. I don't get these. It's always one way. It's always with these mainstream sports personalities. It's always Deontay Wilder's fault. It's always Deontay Wilder's fault. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's always Wilder's fault, and it's always going to be Wilder's fault. Always going to be his fault. It's his fault with everything. But how is it? So it's Deontay Wilder's fault because Deontay Wilder didn't say, all right, let's fight Dillian Whyte. I'll give you voluntary. It's WBC's fault because the WBC didn't order Dillian Whyte to be the mandatory. Like the WBC is supposed to do everything for Dillian Whyte. Like the WBC is supposed to do everything for these boxers. At some point, the boxer has to do for himself. Everybody in the boxing game don't get the same look as everybody else. Everybody in the boxing game is not going to get a belt. Not going to get a belt. Not going to get a belt. Not going to get a shot. But it boils down to what is your manager, what is your promoter, and who are you fighting to get it? Sometimes. Can you get those fights? Can your manager get those fights? Does your promoter got a good setup? What is he doing for you? I gotta go to, I'm about to go to the store and get me some more fish. They stay sucker free.